What's up, guys? My name is Parrish. I'm a real estate agent in New York City with Nest Seekers International. And today, for my very first YouTube channel video, I want to talk to you about what it takes to rent in New York City. So with that, let's get to it. Okay, so let's start off by saying what the requirements are to rent in New York City. You need to have good credit and you need to make at least 40 times the monthly rent. Yes, 40 times. That is a lot of money. For instance, if you want a $2,500 studio, that means you need to make at least $100,000 to qualify on your own for that apartment. If you have roommates, that 40 times can be met through all the roommates. It's not each roommate needs to make 40 times, but we'll dive more into that in a minute. Now, I have lots of clients who are like, I love this apartment. I want to view this apartment this weekend, immediately. Please, please, please get me into this apartment. And I am all for showing you the apartment. But my response is going to be, do you have all your paperwork needed for the application? And most times people don't. So let's go over what that looks like. On average, a New York City rental application is going to require you to have a letter of employment that states your salary and how long you've been with the company. In addition to that, you're going to need 2 pay stubs. Along with that, you're going to need 2 previous bank statements. In addition, you will need your previous year's tax returns, and normally it's just the first 2 pages, but if you can get that on deck and ready to go, I highly recommend that. If you have a dog, that dog needs to be licensed in New York City. If you have any animal, we need the vet records to submit with your application. A bonus item, some places ask for this, some places don't, but if you can get a letter of rec from your landlord, it is only helping your case to get this apartment. Some places do ask for previous rental history with the landlord info, their contact information, just to double check those references. But if we can make it easier in the process of just submitting the letter, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so let's say you find the dream apartment, right? But you can't qualify for it on your own. Don't worry, let's talk about guarantors. Guarantors are people that guarantee that they will pay your rent in the case that you cannot. They are on the lease and they are financially responsible in the event that you cannot pay your rent. That could be through a medical emergency, that could be through losing your job, loss of income, etc. They do have their own requirements to meet. Normally, guarantors need to make about 80 times the monthly rent, and they submit almost all the same paperwork that you do. There might be a few slight differences here or there, but it is another option to secure an apartment. Okay, so I know asking a family member or a friend to potentially be your guarantor is a lot. That is a lot of financial stress on them. That's a lot of financial stress on you. So in New York City, there are third-party companies that most landlords accept. That is the Insurant, Guarantors, and Rhino. They all have their own income requirements to be part of their companies to help you get your apartment. So I highly encourage you to check those out. I will also be doing a video on those later this week, and I will link it once I have that finished. But they are another great option to help you get your apartment. Now let's say you have your paperwork together. Finally, we can go see that apartment. You love the apartment. You know what we do? We ask for the application. The second we have the application, we fill it out. We have all your paperwork. We submit it. There can be a fee between $20, $50, $100. Depends on the unit, depends on the building. Make sure you talk to your agent about that. But it can be in the instant you're like, yes, this is my new home. This is my New York City home, my next apartment. We can just get it done. Okay, you have the apartment. You got approved. You're good. What do we do now? Well, we're gonna look over that lease, and if it checks out, we're gonna sign the lease. Congratulations, you just got your apartment. From there, what will be required is a first month's rent payment and normally a security deposit payment. A security deposit payment is about 1 month's rent, and you can get that back at the end of your lease if there's no maintenance that needs to be done. If you were a good tenant, then you normally get the full amount back. Guys, I hope that video helped a little bit at least, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me at this email address or give me a call. Whatever, I'm available 24/7. You can DM me, you can message or pigeon me. My window's always open. There's always a few right there that I can just send out. I'm totally kidding. But if you see any listings on my site that you like, or you're looking to move to New York City or move within New York City, please do not hesitate to reach out to me, and I look forward to working with you. Yeah, bye guys.